Because they're nuts. No. I believe in the talks I have with people in my head. Both people, with Suzuki and with Patrick or Jordan or, you know, or Jennifer Lopez or whoever, you know. They're not constant. It's not whenever I want it. Oh, hell, this morning? Hell no, that wasn't whenever I was. Gosh, no. It's like, I don't want to talk. I'm tired. I want to sleep, right? So it doesn't happen like when okay, I'm sending submarine messages to this place. And you know what I mean? It just happens. And they fucked my head with that SanDisk player, with the whole thing with Jennifer Lopez. I told you guys, I got so mad that I took my CD that I bought at Koza's, okay, of This Is Me Then. I snapped it in half and I ripped up the end cover. I threw it away. I got mad, okay, because I knew they were fucking with me. Because I had like 4,000 songs on my MP3 and they constantly kept playing those songs from This Is Me Then when I would shuffle it. And I was like, fucking motherfuckers, you ain't good. They ain't up to no good. They have no intention on delivering on those dreams of that 4-year-old little boy. And fuck you. And I got really mad. Did I feel bad afterwards? No, not. It's just a CD. I was not mad at Jennifer Lopez. I was mad at the assholes with the toys, with the space equipment. I was mad at the Jetsons and Coswell Cogs and Spacely Sprockets. They're deviants and perverts, guys. They're the worst deviants and perverts in the history of the world. You don't put a virtual presence in someone's house and give them no privacy and then say, that's a really bad bunch of people. They're perverts. Okay? You don't do that. You teach them the right way, then you give them privacy. And then they make good decisions. Okay? Lying here with you, listening to the rain. You know what I mean? When you're alone with someone and you have intimacy and you have privacy, we're talking Psalms here, man. Okay, do you understand? Then you're able to be present with that person and you're able to love and be loved. If you have scientists, me and Amy and Stephanie, I understand that, because it's hard for Patrick. We talked about it tonight. But it's not any different. Back in ancient times with Bathsheba and the conception of young Solomon, okay? You don't think that the people they have psychics like Hitler had and Stalin had? Okay. They have their juju women, okay? Here's what's going to happen and blah, 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 blah. So they set up the key and they set up the gun. Okay. They set up Bathsheba. It was Uriah's wife. You see what I'm saying? And so the way they set this stuff up, and you guys got to understand, Uriah is David's son. Okay? Do you understand? So that wife, that Bathsheba, okay, was the wife of his son. So when he slept with her, it was very disturbing. Why didn't you tell me that was your wife? And you need to go sleep with your wife. Oh, no. And he's going to kill his own brother. Uriah's going to kill his own brother because of the juju women and the voodoo and the you know how those people are. Okay. You know how those voodoo people are, those juju, I'll put a spell on you, now you're mine. You know how those type of people are. Okay? That Nosferatu movie, it's the same thing. Anne Rice novels, okay? You know how those type of people are. They're Frankenstein's monster crazy. They're Dracula, Vlad Tepes crazy. They are crazy. They use fear and manipulation and irrational, violent sex cult attachment and immortality in the flesh and all that crap. They are wackadoodle. Okay, they are the craziest MFers on the whole fucking planet. You don't want to, it's hard. And you have them in every family. You understand, Herod tried to kill Jesus as a baby. Herod is Jesus's cousin. He's a Jew, God's chosen people, protect Israel. What if Benjamin Netanyahu is a direct descendant of Herod and acts just like him and Saul? Better call Saul. Better not, right? What if the guy who really is the king of Israel was only this much Jew, part of Ruth's line, and born in Lost Causes Cruces, New Mexico. Seriously. You know what I'm saying? What if? All right. So it's interesting, but I do believe in my prayers. I was out there in the barn listening to Sex Machine shooting up and stuff, the ball. And I got this little lady in my head. And she sits there and she goes, well, like Suzuki told you, you could have your porcelain tub and all that stuff. It's like, I'm not doing any deals with the Temple Shut Illuminati. All the people that are refusing to disband that organization and walk away from their money and not manipulate with people with technology, be it in money, be it crypto or Bitcoin or poople topple or deeble dobble. Okay, if they don't stop, their technology is eventually going to have to kill as many of them as it needs to. Okay, I set up the technology to be merciful and protect people and not hunt down and kill people. I'm not Rockefeller's Pavlov dogs. I'm the gracious good shepherd. He set the stuff up, but I make it work. He set it up to kill his enemies. I set it up to love thy enemy and love thy neighbor as thyself and forgive them 7 times upon infinity. And if that doesn't work, Goliath's going to get his fucking raping head cut off, right? He said, how, you know what I'm saying? And so I explained that to her. I was sitting there shooting hoops, and she was like, she told me, she's so cute. She's such a dork. You could have been one of the greatest of all time. I was like, what are you talking about? I was the greatest basketball player of all time. Just because I didn't play for murdering hypocrites at an arena doesn't mean I wasn't better than John Stockton or Steve Nash or Michael Jordan or Isaiah Thomas or Magic Johnson or Larry Bird. Just because I decided I'm gonna walk away from a love. Ooh, you're clinging to me tighter than you ever did before. Don't understand it, right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm leaving before love breaks my heart. I like basketball. Okay. I love my mom. I love my dad. I love Zeke. I love the kids. Patrick loves Zeke too. I'm not offending him. Okay. And so does Emily. And so they all love Zeke. We all love Zeke, right? So that's what I love. I don't love basketball. I like basketball. Basketball's fun. Okay. But I did say it feels like I love the song, Then You Can Tell Me Goodbye by the Casino, because it makes me think of a woman that I can love and love my kids with and love Zeke. And you know what I'm saying? Okay. So, but she was talking to me. I was like, no, what are you talking about? I was the best basketball player of all time. Just because most hypocrites didn't see it. Keith told me that. Right? Like with my football, okay? When they asked Anthony, because he was big and black, to try out for the football team. And he didn't want to do it alone, and he was nervous, and he asked me to go with him. And then Sherrod, with his bedside manner, he sits here and he comes up, he goes, Anthony, they said you're all right, probably be a good backup and special teamer. Or Parts, you look like a superstar. It's like, well, that's because I am. Okay. I'm the fastest guy in the state, probably in the country. I can catch everything. Okay. That's why Melissa's dad, when we were playing in the backyard and he was asking me for advice with Papancha. And then we played basketball and the ball got a goat head in it. And we couldn't play basketball anymore. So we went and grabbed the football out of the back patio, which had the ping pong table in it. And we started tossing the football back and forth. And Martin threw me a few bad passes, and I just caught him like there were nothing and threw it back. And then he started going, hey, frisbee dog, right? He started throwing the worst passes he could possibly throw, right? And I would just catch it like it was nothing. We'd keep talking, and I'd throw it back. Then he starts freaking out and going, and it goes up near the fence, and I don't yell at him and say, God dang it, you suck, Martin. I'm just like laughing. That one got away from you, huh? And I reach over the fence, and I grab it, and Martin's like, God dang. So he kept throwing worse passes. And the worst, it seems, and that's what he told the coach at Cruces High. He got me he goes, I'm going to borrow, he borrowed the Datsun, Poncha's dad's car that Poncha used. Took me in the Datsun, loads me up, okay, runs down to the football practice at Cruces High, walks up to the Cruces High football coach, and sits there and goes, you're going to take state. This is the district title right here. And the coach looks up at me, and I look like a cross between Freddie Prinze Jr. and Ralph Macchio, right? And I got long hair. He looks up at me, and he laughs. And Martin goes, he's the best wide receiver in the whole state. He can catch anything. He goes, just watch him. I'll show you. The coach didn't want to let him show him. He just laughed. Oh, he's not. You Martin. He goes, he goes, Burris, you don't know what you're talking about. Get out of here. Blah blah blah. And that's when, like, I did the coach at Mayfield. Fuck him, right? The coach at Mayfield. When that we ran the 40, and then the coaches started talking to Larry Titus and Leo Barker, and then they watched me play flag football, and I toasted just like I used to do at Colville. Okay, at Colville, the high school coaches used to watch us play flag football in junior high, and Rico Valley told me about it. He can't wait to get you at the high school. He knows McDaly hates you, but it doesn't matter because you're the key to going to the district championship and going to the state playoffs. And the same thing happened when we played that res ball picture I had on my Facebook with the orange shirts. Okay. Rico told me the same thing. Coach Santos, he's not going to sit there. He can't wait to get you on the team. You're the district title. Okay. I never told my parents. I probably should have. Dad probably would have stayed and put up with Alcoa for a couple more years, because then after that, we would have been moving to, because Bart got offered scholarships to Moscow, but I was really, really good. I could have played anywhere I wanted. And then my parents could have just found a job near the same town and moved out to wherever I went to school. Maybe it would have been Lawrence, Kansas. Maybe I would have played for Larry Brown. I don't know. I can't tell you. But that would have sucked. Yeah, playing for Kansas. Well, I want to play for an underdog and win. I always wanted to play for a 16 seed that kind of snuck up on everybody, like a big sky team, and then went all the way to the Final Four. I wanted to do stuff like that. I didn't want to play at the big school. I wanted to play at the Little Rebel Alliance and then beat the dum dum da dum dum da dum dum. That's what I wanted to do. That was my dream. My dream wasn't to. My dream was, well, first it was the Pan Am, and then I thought to myself, no, I think I'd rather play at NAU. And then they were so shitty, maybe I'll go to Kansas City. I was like, what are you talking about? That's where they used to play the Division II championships. I thought, maybe I'll take the Western New Mexico Mustangs or the Highlands Cowboys to the championship. No one will hear about it except for on, like, the back news of the sports page on SportsCenter. Yeah, I didn't care. I just wanted to have fun and go someplace where people weren't shitty. Well, that's the way I am. That's why I'm the best basketball player that ever lived. Because I just want to... The greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return. We got other stuff we got to talk about. We'll probably talk about it tomorrow. Stuff that's more important. Yeah. But I was talking to a dork, and I thought I would answer that dork. No, I'm starting to like her more. It happens like that. I really, 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 I love everybody, but I really like Max and Emmy. And so I'm getting, it's hard because she's so distracted and so dumb, but just about everybody I know, except for like Patrick and the Benegas boys and Gabe and Mike, when I can talk to them privately, are just like, oh, come on, 2 and 2 is 4, life's eternal, grace is infinite, Jesus isn't your God, and stop trying to buy and sell comic books because Rockefeller said so. Okay, guys, I love you. I'll talk to you tomorrow.